Hey, this TK Irish coming from where else? Camp Kennerk. And I tell you what, every time I think we're going to get a break in the action, something else comes up. By the way, Douglas, we got three double-digit birthdays today. So,
Really?
yeah, we have from Des Moines, Iowa, Louise Alexander's grandmother Susie Alexander is 88 years old. So she'll,
88? I can't even count that high.
I can't either. I get that number confused with my IQ. So,
Your golf score.
yeah, well, if that was my golf score, I'd be doing a lot better in life. So that's a lot of fun. We have a lady from Sacramento, uh,
Yes.
Jimmy Sue Alequensis is 22. Oh, 22. And we have Jimmy Joe from Portland, Oregon is 33. So, it's great when these people start sending this in. It's a lot of fun. They tell us a little side story about, why it's so important, and they really appreciate us coming out and having some fun with it. But
Look at it this way, TK. We can have 70, 60, 50 birthdays, but we can only have 99 double digits
yeah, well, for the most part, yeah.
for
Well,
the most part.
for the most part, let's not get too technical, but yeah, you're right.
But they're more special, you see.
Oh yeah. Well, like I've always said, your birthday is your own private holiday.
Absolutely,
It's all about
absolutely true.
you, no one else. It's not
Right.
like Thanksgiving or Fourth of July where everybody else gets involved. It's you, and it's all you. You're the center of attention.
And when you're 5, you get all these birthday cards. And then as you get older, only your mother sends you a card
Yeah.
because she was there.
She was there. Yeah, she's not going to forget that day. So, I was looking at the calendar, Douglas, and I did not realize, I didn't realize it, but October is Halloween,
Yes.
and that's not that far away. So now I got to make some sort of idea what we're going to do here at Camp Kennerk for Halloween because there's just so many options. You can have costume parties, you can have a haunted house. You can
Yes.
tell stories that are scary. Ooh. Oh, you got ghosts and goblins. You got cemeteries. Oh man, I'm working hard on this one. This is going to be a Hall of Famer, Douglas.
And you got 5 acres to work with.
Oh yeah, yeah. But some of these haunted houses they have out for the public are majestic. I mean, they're really, really huge productions. There's
Yes.
there's one in Waxahachie that in the summertime it's a Scarborough Fair reenactment for like 5, 6 weeks, and then in the fall they turn it into a haunted house, and very exciting, very scary. Tons of people go there. So, but the question I had, Douglas, we always talk about Halloween here. What's going on in Canada with Halloween? I mean, do they get dressed up? Do they have all of, ghosts and goblins and spirits running around?
TK, yes, Canada does have Halloween and they do celebrate it. And, I just spent a week up there and
Mhm.
I wanted to recap all of the things that I did up there. And I've got some videos to show you. And I've got my Dr. Pepper right here. Okay.
I was talking and I'm thinking, man, I'm missing something. I said, I missed my Dr. Pepper. Mm, man,
Well,
that's good.
I got my big gulp Dr. Pepper
I
right
mean to
here.
tell you. So that makes my day. Now I'm good to go.
Okay, so back to where we started. Yes, in Canada they do have Halloween. Now, for the last couple of years, they've had mild winters, so you didn't have to wear a snowsuit and a costume. So they've had some mild winters, but things can change on the 30th of October. We're talking Canada.
Yes, I forgot that little part about Halloween, October. cold weather. I mean, it's a real ordeal if you have to put that cold weather gear on and a costume.
And a costume. Yes, yes, yes. But I'd like to recap my trip up there because there were so many things that we brought up in the previous video, the previous podcast. But I'd kind of like to go through a few things to catch everybody up because
Right.
we're getting around to a very busy season in Camp Kennerk podcast with some
Mhm.
sports, big event next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next week. And
Yeah.
then, of course, we've got the 22nd, which is a 2-2. So it's a double digit. So that's going to be a big day for us,
Uh-huh.
which is a Wednesday. And then we've got on the 29th, which is Halloween. So we got a lot of stuff going.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, you got to get your rest and get, cranked up for this. 'Cause we're not taking any survivors this time. I mean, we're going to get it. We're going to get it done right.
Done right this year. Oh, do you remember working in the restaurants where you had to wait tables in a costume?
I never had the opportunity to do that, but I
I did.
you did. Yeah. Did that help your tips?
I was very lame about my costume. I just went as a baseball player because invariably it was the busiest night and you've got makeup on, a
Yeah.
costume, you're struggling. So I just
Mhm.
was real lazy about it. A Texas Ranger shirt, a
Yeah.
ball cap, and no shave. And said, oh, I'm bored.
Well, at least you
Trying to
need
make
some
some
sort
money.
of, yeah,
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 yeah, yeah, yeah.
the way it is.
Yeah, the way it is. Okay, so let me just recap for a podcast about my trip to Canada. Okay, so
Okay.
from Austin to Toronto on Air Canada, and from door to door, my place to the motel where I was staying in Milton, Ontario, Canada, which was about 40 miles west of Toronto. It took 11 hours.
That's
You know,
that's a long day.
it's a long, long day, and then you have to figure when I came back it was 11 hours too. So
Well,
that's
we have a phrase here at Camp Kennerk. It says you can't get there from here. And I think that's
absolutely
very
true.
apropos for your
Yeah,
travels.
yeah, yes. And so it took 11 hours from door to door, you know.
Hmm.
So, and now what's interesting about as soon as I got there, I had to exchange $100 American into $100 Canadian.
Yes.
But excuse me, the exchange rate for $100 American, I got $135.
Whoa, that's a big exchange rate.
That's a big exchange rate. But hold your horses here, TK. Yes, you get this money, which is called loonies. Their
Yeah.
dollar is called a loonie,
Hmm.
and but their money, their cash money is made out of plastic,
Okay.
and you can see through it. They got little holograms in it, and little
Yeah.
holes, and see through it. Yeah, but it's plastic.
Is it pliable?
Oh yeah, you can fold it up.
Oh, okay.
It's
A
just like
film. It's a plastic film.
folding money, but it's made of plastic. So it
Okay.
feels a little funny and it's very colorful. It's very, very colorful. Beavers, the queen on it,
Yeah.
and mountains and mooses and that sort of stuff,
Mhm.
you know. But in Canada, they don't have any pennies. They've already gotten rid of the pennies, but they also have something called a loonie. They have a dollar bill that is, or a dollar that is a coin. It's called,
Uh-huh.
okay, because they got rid of some of the pennies. Well, they also have a coin that's worth $2, and so that's called a toonie. You gotta love these Canadians. You gotta
I mean to tell you, I'm loving this. I gotta get up there as soon as possible.
you gotta love them. You gotta love them. Okay, so first thing I did when I got there, and I went out for dinner. Uh, I walked past a place to buy lottery tickets. Now, in Canada, the lottery is run by the government. So when you win big, you don't have to pay taxes.
Oh.
Yes, you don't have to pay taxes. So my dad, years and years ago, won $5,000. So he
Mhm.
got to keep it. And
Yeah.
he took my mom down to Mexico or something like that with the money, got to keep it. Now, what's interesting, and we have some videos and pictures as I explain this story, and Kevin, the magnificent computer guy in our team,
Yeah.
is sent these videos to him. So now I'm going to give him a cue for the next picture that's going to come up, because at this particular lottery store, they sold dew worms.
Dew worms.
Dew worms for fishing.
Okay.
This is downtown of a small town. They sold dew worms. There you go.
What can you say?
But
Everybody's got a different deal going on.
yes, yes. Now everyone's got a different deal, but I just thought of this picture, and that there was the picture of it. Now, in this town of Milton, I'd mentioned earlier in our podcast that they have, since it is corn country, and I had sent you a
Yeah.
video of the corn that's around there. They actually have a brand of popcorn in that area called Lumberheads. We saw that.
Yes, you showed me that. Yes.
Okay. Now, another thing, just to catch up from a previous podcast, there in Canada, they have A&Ws. The A&W business here in the United States has long gone, it's
Yeah.
shrunk, whatever.
Yeah.
But in Canada, they're everywhere. And this small town of Milton had three of them.
They
Three
like
of them.
they like their root beer.
Yeah, they like their root beer, but and you can get the teen burger. Remember getting the teen burger, okay? But when you get by a root beer, you don't get any ice.
Yes, it's just cold mug.
Just well, yeah, or a cup or something like that. The cold one. Okay, so now that was kind of interesting, but it was memory lane for me because in El Paso, where I went to high school at Eastwood High School in El Paso, just down the road was the A&W, so that's where we all hung out.
Mhm.
So not so long gone, but in Milton, Ontario, it was going down memory lane, going to the A&W and getting a getting a teen burger and an A&W root beer with no ice.
Yeah.
And I looked at the gal. She said, "Well, it's no ice." I go, "No ice." I've got to mention this in our podcast. So there.
Okay.
And my little cousin who went with me said, "Why do you want to go to the A&W?" She was thinking I was going to take her to a nice pub or something like that. Stick with me, memory lane. So
Yeah.
anyway, now TK, you and I are we like the entrepreneurial spirit.
Yes, we do. The
We do.
backbone of America.
Backbone of America. Okay. So I was very fortunate to meet a couple of young gals in Canada who run their own businesses and made videos with them. And the first one, her name is Steph,
Okay.
and she runs a organic pet food store called ADR, and we have a video of her talking to me.
Hello, Doug the neighbor. Here we are in beautiful, sunny downtown Milton, Ontario, Canada at 16 Martin Street. My name is Steph. I am the owner and operator of ADR Pet Stores, and that's where pets are welcome, but people are tolerated. Catch yourself some beef livers. Come on, pop by.
Very cool.
Very sweet gal. Then while I was there in Milton, I met another gal. Her name is Sarah, and she just happened to mention she was friends of Steph. They're besties,
Mhm.
and Sarah had her dog there at the ADR pet food store, and they were besties. And Sarah says, "Well, I have my own auto detailing company."
Ah, very good.
I said, "Really? Okay." She gave me the address. The next day, I went by her store called DS Auto Spa. Now, let me explain a little something about Sarah. I was expecting a group of guys, in a space, just like what we have here, and a bunch
Yeah.
of guys.
Hmm.
What she has was, I'll say, a very narrow uh, storefront. You walk in, there's a little counter there, and then you go into the back, and it's
Hmm.
nothing more than a long garage that holds maybe three cars.
Hmm.
And she and one other guy are sitting there with the vacuums, the brushes, the polishers, the whole thing, doing all of the work. I was quite impressed.
Well, I'd like to see that.
Yes.
Hey, Dr. Neighbor. Sarah here at DS Auto Spa, located in beautiful Milton, Ontario, Canada. We offer a variety of services from detailing, PPF, ceramic coatings, and many more. You can come check us out over here or check us out on Instagram.
Man, they put some elbow grease in there, don't they? I mean to tell you, they don't have any problem sleeping at night. I guarantee you that.
That's right, right. Now, I was very fortunate to drive around and see some interesting stuff in Canada. Now, Milton's 40 miles outside of Toronto. Toronto, of course, is a big urban center. So this was, I'll say, out in the country, but now Milton is growing. It's a suburban area, almost suburban area, that a burb, that sort of stuff. And I found this couple of interesting art pieces with
Okay.
Canadian style. And this first one is a tree carving.
Okay. Wow. How'd they get the time to do that one?
I don't know, but I stopped and took the photo, and there it was. Now, out as I was driving around through the corn out there, and there's a lot of corn out there, I came to this old-fashioned red barn, old-fashioned red barn,
Yeah.
that we've seen across America and Canada. But this one's in Canada, and this farmer and family did a little bit of artwork at their farm,
Okay.
and I took a photo of it.
Wow. That is, I tell you what, that's a lot of labor of love for the arts right there.
I loved it. That's why I had to stop and take. I said,
Do you think those people are what we would call artsy fartsy?
I think what they are is Canucks,
Yeah.
Canadian, loonies. I call them my loony Canucks.
All right, go right
And
ahead.
you know what? I was stopped on the side of the road and I was waiting and taking a picture. I was waiting for someone to come on out and say, "What are you doing?" Or, tell me the story.
Yeah.
Why didn't you call me when you were building this thing? I would have helped. This is too cool. And told them we were going to feature it on the Camp Kennerk podcast. So now, another thing that happened, and was I'd heard about it and then looked it on up. I went from Milton down to a place called Lincoln, which is in the Niagara Peninsula, and it's about 30, 40 miles south of Hamilton at the very western end
Mhm.
of Lake Ontario. Okay.
Yeah.
And I was there for the wedding. And I went to this wedding of my little cousins at the place called the Barns at Cave Springs Vineyard. And it's in the middle of a vineyard. Now, down in Niagara Peninsula, close to Niagara Falls, between Hamilton and Niagara Falls, it's all wine.
Yeah.
All wine and vineyards all over the place. So this venue, this wedding, was here at the Barns at the Cave Springs uh, Vineyard. And it was very lovely, beautiful ceremony, just absolutely perfect. But before I got there from Milton, I stopped in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. It's a major city in Ontario at the Canadian Air Force Heritage Museum. Now, this is a museum that is dedicated to the Canadians Air Force people who fought in World War II, and
Mhm.
they have a collection of planes, jets, that sort of stuff. They've got one outside, and then they've got inside. So we've got two videos that Kevin, computer or magnificent computer guy, has connected them together. So let's take a look at those. Hi, I'm Doug the Neighbor with free advice for $1. I'm here in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, which is at the western end of Lake Ontario. And I'm at the Heritage War Museum that features World War II planes and the bravery of the Canadians during World War II. It's really kind of cool. This is the plane at the entrance, but inside, which is over there, they have numerous exhibits of planes, old planes, and they actually have a workshop there where they're restoring the old planes. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm Doug the Neighbor here in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. This is kind of cool. It must be an early form of a jet because there's the intake right there. It's very, very small. There's the wingspan and doesn't look like, see how that has the split tail back there? So it must have been a very early form of a jet. There's no placard here to describe it because I'm over here in the work area, saying they're putting everything together for this museum. Museum's been open for a while, but they still work on things. But this is really kind of cool because it's almost Jetson-like, you know. Very, very cool. All right, early form of a jet.
Man, think of all the ingenuity and manpower it took to put those together. I mean, they made these planes before computers. I mean, they just took a piece of paper and a pen and just started drawing it.
Absolutely true. All these planes were built during the 30s and the 40s, and in the video, it showed that they had some old retired guys working on restoring these planes. That was really, really cool. So
they were mechanics for airplanes previous in their life, and this is their hobby now, volunteering to fix them.
Yes, and it was really inexpensive to go to, you know, and enjoyable. They had a bookstore. Just kind of really interesting. It's called the Canadian Air Force Heritage Museum in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. It's at the Hamilton Airport. So it's really, really good. Now, I just enjoyed that. Then I went on to the wedding there in Lincoln further down the Niagara Peninsula. Now, while I was in that area, I got there early. So I went out to wandered around a few places, and I found our next $1 million idea.
No.
Yes. Oh, yes. We're going to be rich on this one.
I'm waiting for it, baby. Give it to me.
It's a fruit fly catcher.
A fruit fly catcher.
Yes.
All
Now,
right.
what it is a little thing that's about the size of a small tomato that sits on your counter, and you put white wine vinegar in it, and it attracts fruit flies because in that area it's all vineyards, so there's fruit flies everywhere.
Yes.
Okay, and we have a short video on it right now. Hi, I'm Doug the Neighbor with free advice for $1. Up here in Canada, in wine country, these are called fruit fly catchers. You fill them with white wine, apple cider vinegar, and it attracts the fruit flies. Isn't that cool? Just a little teeny thing like this, not very big. But if you have fruit flies around your house, a fruit fly catcher. Fruit fly catcher. I'm Doug the Neighbor with free advice for $1.
Well, you know, Douglas, it's just amazing me how people get so smart thinking something so simple, you know, and I'm sure they're laughing all the way to the bank.
Well, that's why we have to corner the market of the fruit fly catchers on our own, what do you call it, online store at Camp Kennerk. So we have our popcorn, our kangaroo scrotum balls. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, the fruit fly catcher, and what was the other thing? We've got so many of them, $1 million ideas.
yes, yes.
Yeah, yes. Okay. So anyway, now couple more things here. The Canadians are very, very funny people.
I
Okay.
mean, ha funny or just uniquely, individually funny?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
That's a good, you're so diplomatic. You're a
Hey,
good
hey,
Irishman.
what can I say? You know?
In Ontario, now there's 10 provinces, a couple of territories. One of them's called the Yukon, and one's called none of it. Not, none of it's called none of it. The Indians, way up north.
Yeah.
But one of them's called Ontario. That's where I was. In Ontario, they sell milk by the bag.
The bag. Mom,
Bag.
mom, the milk bag is empty. Is that what they say? You know?
Something like that, but
I
they
mean,
sell milk by the bag. And so people in Ontario are known as milk baggers.
okay. Now, what's the cow have to say about this?
All right, cow does his job
Well,
then.
Elsie the cow is probably sitting rolling in her grave going, what's going on now?
All the work I went into making milk, and now what have I
Damn kids, look what they're doing with my product.
done? It's called Milk Bagger, and we have a short video concerning it. And here we go. TK up here in Loretto, Ontario, Canada, about 50 miles north of Toronto. Here in Ontario, they sell milk by the bag. Yes, it's by the bag, and then you put it into this container here, you snip this, and this is how they pour and use their milk. And then, of course, in Ontario, they're called milk baggers. That is their nickname, but milk is in a bag. Oh my gosh, they're Loonie up here, my Loonie Canucks, eh?
Douglas, I've never seen anything quite like this before. Really. I mean, I thought I'm a man of the world. I've seen this and I've seen that. But milk bags, nah, you got me on this one, buddy.
I know. Go to Canada, visit Canada, and see these things. Just this is the way they live,
Mhm.
And we talked earlier about how they have two sets of tires, snow tires, regular tires,
Mhm.
and they talk about snow blowers, the quality of snow blowers. Did you get the blue ones? You get the green one. Oh, this one's got the tracks. This one goes. So they're into it, and then they're into hockey.
Oh,
Hockey.
yes. Oh,
Hockey.
yes.
Everything's hockey or curling, where you throw a
Mhm.
rock and sweep after it while drinking a beer.
Well, drinking the beer, I understand. That's how it probably started. They were drinking beer and they're going, hey, let's get a broom out and hey, have another beer. Hey.
And I got this rock. I'm gonna throw it across the ice. I don't know. Now, you and I have created the Camp Kennerk Restaurant Hall of Fame.
Yes, we have. Great success.
We're very, very appreciative of the efforts of people, restaurateurs, who do a great job of making food, presenting the food, being waitrons and bartenders, and making it an enjoyable reward for your hard work, going out to eat. So I found two great restaurants. Okay.
Wow.
The first one is called The Shore. All right. The Shore.
Is it on the water's edge?
Oh, yes, it is. And a shout out to Carrie and Stacy at the shore. They took care of me there, and boy, are they cute. So we always like that.
Oh yeah.
We always like that. And we have a short video here. It's in Lincoln, or excuse me, it's in Jordan, uh, Ontario, which is down the way from Lincoln. There's all these little towns, but anyway, it's in Jordan. We have this beautiful video of the shore. Hi, I'm Doug the Neighbor with free advice for $1. I'm here in Jordan, Ontario, Canada, which is about 100 miles away from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Now, Jordan is at the very western edge of Lake Ontario, and it's got a beautiful view. And I had dinner last night at the shore, which has a beautiful, outstanding view of the entire lake. And when you come here for an excellent, excellent dinner, talk to Stacy and Carrie, because they are really cute, and they will take care of you. The shore here in Jordan, Ontario, Canada. I'm Doug the Neighbor.
That is so cool, Douglas. Well, I mean, how many times you go there to eat?
Three, dinner once, and then drinks a couple of times to watch the Blue Jays game.
Yes, for the playoffs.
Yes, yes, yes. So shout out to Stacy and Carrie, and I will contact them and let them know that we are thinking of them and that we're very appreciative of their
Yes.
hard work and the beautiful place they do. And it's in the Jordan Beach Hotel, the shore at the Jordan Beach Hotel.
Okay.
So, and it's right on the water, just right on the water. It's beautiful. Now, one more place that I went to, and it's just down the block from the shore, the Jordan Beach Hotel, the shores there. And it's called the Lake House. Now, the Lake House, somebody lived there, and then they turned it into a road tavern. Now it's a beautiful, outstanding restaurant that deserves to be in the Camp Kennerk Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Now, it's called the Lake House, and Gigi was my waitress. I was sitting on the deck over the water, was absolutely fantastic. I believe I had some fish and chips and the nastiest dessert I've ever had. It had chocolate over here and cheesecake over here, strawberries over here and caramel over here, and it was all over the place. And I looked at Gigi, and I said, "I'm going to have a heart attack if I eat this." He said, "Yes, but you'll die happy." Gigi was fun. She was cute.
But she didn't offer to call 911.
No, she just another happy camper.
Hey, we couldn't have too many of those.
So we've got some short video of the Lake House. Hi, I'm Doug the Neighbor with free advice for $1. I'm here in Jordan, Ontario at the Lake House restaurant, and it truly is a lake house because it is right on the western part of Lake Ontario. What a fantastic view when you're here at the Lake House restaurant. Excellent, excellent food, beautiful view. And Gigi, you talk to Gigi, the waitress, because she sure is cute. And the food is excellent here in Jordan, Ontario, Canada, which is about 100 miles south of Toronto and about 20 miles south of Hamilton. I'm Doug the Neighbor.
That is so cool. The architecture is just breathtaking. Really is.
Beautiful, beautiful place. It truly is in the Camp Kennerk Hall of Fame restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to Gigi. She was good fun. All right. Now, that pretty much concludes my trip to Canada. I'm very happy to be back, happy to be talking with you. We've already done a sports show. We've got more shows coming up. And just prior to this podcast, we were talking sports, baseball, sports sort of stuff. But I have one last video that Kevin Computer is the magnificent computer geek that works for us. Do we pay him?
Yes and no. We have a very special compensation program for the young man.
Do this and you don't have to cut the grass.
Not going that far.
We're thinking of him.
That's right. Exactly.
Here, let me think of him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. One last video that was taken on the day I went fishing up in Lake Simcoe.
Okay.
It's a beautiful, beautiful video of the lake and sunrise. Let's take a look at it.
Hi, I'm Doug the Neighbor with free advice for $1. I'm up here at Lake Simcoe in Ontario, Canada, and we are getting ready to go fishing, and it is sunrise, and we're getting out here to chase some perch with a hook and rod. Absolutely beautiful sunrise here in Lake Simcoe, Ontario, Canada.
Douglas, Mother Nature has a paintbrush in her hand that only she could paint things of that nature. And they're all original every day, morning, noon, and night. That's the beauty of it. You got to be out there because pictures don't do it justice.
It was absolutely beautiful, absolutely fantastic, TK. And I'm sure in the future I'll have little tidbits that will come up about the trip because I had a very, very memorable time. But
Well, at your age, Douglas, memorable is a word that you don't use very often unless you say, I gotta remember that,
That's why I do the videos.
Very good. Very good. Smart.
You
man.
remember when the old days when your dad had that camera with all the film in it, and you had to go develop the film, and then you get the slides, and he puts the slide screen up there.
That's right.
Oh, way to go, Dad! Another flower.
Yeah. The Kodak Instamatic. Yeah.
Yes, another flower.
How many angles can you have of that one flower?
And I've got a box of slides in there that I've got to go through from my dad. So got a lot of stuff to go through, and I'm looking forward to it, going down memory lane.
Yeah, down memory lane.
And this is my memory lane for the Camp Kennerk podcast tonight, with you, sharing with you, and hope you enjoyed it. Oh, one last thing here. I did a fair amount of driving, and people always ask me, what's the price of gasoline up there? They sell it by the liter.
Mm-hmm.
It's $1.33 per liter. So the question is, how many liters in a gallon that we know? And the answer is 3.78. So $1.33 per liter times 3.78 equals $5. Oh, hang on a second.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
$5.08. And then the exchange rate of about 75 cents on the dollar gets down to $3.77 a gallon.
Well, that's not out of line for some major markets here in the United States.
United States. Now, what do you pay up there in Dallas?
It's $2.99. It's pretty.
I think we paid $2.80 or something like that.
Yeah, it depends on what part of town you're in.
Yeah.
You'll see $2.99 most of the time.
Yeah. Anyway, TK, I love sharing this with you. My trip to Canada, and just been lovely again. And we'll see you on Sunday.
Well, I appreciate it, Douglas. You know, I have been to Canada several times and I agree with you. The beauty of it is phenomenal and it's a large piece of real estate. So I gotta tell you this is I'm looking forward to seeing you on Sunday for our sports scores. And we got some more exciting news. I want to make sure everybody understands they gotta send in their double digit birthdays so we can include everyone. So other than that, good night, farewell, and everyone go ball.